Right now on the Fox 61 Morning News at 6 o'clock, the UConn men's and women's basketball teams are getting ready to take the court in the Final Four matchups. We're going to have a look ahead to two very exciting games for the Huskies. It is Friday, everyone. We made it. We're feeling good. Happy Friday to all of you. Thanks so much for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 and streaming on Fox 61 Plus. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bjorlo. TGIF, we made it to the weekend. It is Good Friday. A lot of the kids are off. We got basketball weekend on tap. We got Easter, so much going on, and the weather is not looking bad, right, Rachel?
No, after we get through this morning, I think we're going to see increasing sunshine. Temperatures back up to around 60. It's going to be very comfortable after a cold and damp start to our morning. So it is chilly to start us off. We also have some areas of fog and areas of drizzle this morning too. So as you head out now, just kind of anticipate that moving forward. We are expecting better conditions. Temperatures are chilly, as I mentioned. They're in the 30s, not too far off from this time yesterday, but despite that, it's still cold at 34 in Warren, 37 in Thomaston now, 38 in Hartford, 36 degrees in Vernon, 39 in Brantford. So a lot of us this morning, mid to upper 30s to right around 40 degrees, but moving towards the afternoon, temperatures will move into the mid 40s by noontime, near 60 degrees towards the late afternoon and early evening. So very comfortable, and the sun going down here at 7:19. So we'll have plenty of time to enjoy these more mild conditions. At 59 in Hamden later on today, 61 in Hartford, near 60 in Middletown, the mid to upper 50s towards Norwich, slightly cooler in southeastern Connecticut, 52 in Mystic. So plan accordingly for that if maybe you're planning to head there this evening. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping back to the around 50 degrees. Heading through the day tomorrow, a beautiful day on tap, a mix of sun and clouds, temperatures back up to around 70. And then we are unfortunately tracking some rain for Easter. We'll have more details on it. Time it out for you so you can better prepare for any Sunday services or Easter egg hunts coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02 on our roadways. Good news here. We did have an earlier closure over in Oxford, but it now reports that Route 34 back open here as of 6 o'clock. So certainly some good news. This was closed because of a crash that occurred overnight. Over in Hartford now on 84, no delays or significant ones, at least. New Haven and Fairfield look all right. We'll have to clear that little thing on our Waterbury camera, but either way, a little bit of fog there. Volume remains light. Windsor to the 84 interchange is around 8 minutes. New Britain out to the Hartford Tunnel is 7, and as you're traveling over the Bulkley Bridge through downtown from the westbound side of 84, it's a 5-minute drive. Bridget.
All right, Rachel, thanks. 6:02 now. The UConn women's basketball team look to continue their dominating season. Today, they are now set to face South Carolina in the Final Four this evening.
It's going to be a good one. Fox 61 Sean Humphrey has given us a look ahead at the matchup from sunny Phoenix, Arizona.
It's a little bit of calm before the storm here in Phoenix, but the clouds of the Final Four here in sunny Arizona have brought in 4 #1 seeds to vie for the ultimate prize in women's college hoops, and that's the national championship. Of course, UConn, the defending national champions, carry an undefeated record and a 54-game win streak into Phoenix, and they'll have to play South Carolina, whom UConn beat in the Final Four and in the national championship game last year, an 82-59 victory in Paige Becker's final college game in Tampa. Of course, South Carolina is going to be looking for revenge, and UConn wants to prove it still is the top dog as it has been over the course of the season, the tournament's #1 overall seed. We got to see both teams practice, and I got to tell you, UConn great Rebecca Lobo is absolutely stoked for this matchup. You'll hear our conversation with her on Connecticut game week. But for now, from Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Sean Humphrey, Fox 61 Sports.
Sean, thanks so much. And of course, the fun and excitement doesn't stop with the women's game tonight. The UConn men continue to dance in the Final Four after Raylan Mullins' unbelievable buzzer-beating three-pointer. It secured the come-from-behind win over Duke.
Finishing that storybook ending, just unbelievable. Still, Fox 61's Aaron Coogan is live at Gamble Pavilion and Stores this morning. Aaron, for Huskies fans, it doesn't get any better than this.
No, I mean, honestly, I was scrolling through Instagram, TikTok. Every other post on my feed was that miracle shot. It was the swish heard around the nation. It was that Hail Mary from freshman Braylon Mullins, which really proves why this is the basketball capital of the world. And of course, advancing the team to the Final Four to take on the Illinois The dual appearance by both the men's and women's team this late in the madness is what UConn fans have come to know and love. It's a feat only accomplished by 10 other schools since the tournament's inception back in 1982. The Huskies, however, the only team to do it not once, twice, or 3 times, but over the course of 6 different seasons. Of course, if you didn't think Coach Dan Hurley's storybook postseason would come with a fairy tale last couple of pages, you'd be wrong. After clinching the do-or-die shot to secure his team's Final Four appearance, Miracle Mullins leads his team to his own home state of Indiana to compete in what to date will be his highest stakes game of his career. And while some will be watching from home right here on campus, others are loading up in a bus right now heading to Indiana.
UConn is a great partner, and we want to be able to provide a safe way for students to get to the game without worrying about parking. And the price of gas is really high right now. If you're a student, airfare is pretty pricey. So this is an affordable way for the students to be part of this exciting Final Four.
I mean, you wouldn't want to miss the magic in March. And we have Joe Monty here on campus as well. He has eyes on that bus. Hopefully we can get over to him and see that fan excitement. Guys.
Aaron, thanks. It's going to be a great weekend of basketball for sure. A big honor for UConn's Sarah Strong. She's been named the Associated Press Women's Basketball Player of the Year. The sophomore helped lead the Huskies to an undefeated season. She averaged 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals per game. And she is just the 5th sophomore to win the award. She joins UConn's legends Maya Moore and Brianna Stewart. She's also the 13th Husky to earn that honor. UConn fans have a few extra options if you want to join the men's and the women's team at the Final Four. Over on the men's side, Southwest Airlines added 2 nonstop flights from Bradley International Airport to Indy. The first flight is departing at 10:20 this morning. I did check the website, and it looks like that one is sold out. If you do want to see the women play in the Final Four in Phoenix, Breeze Airways is going to offer nonstop service from Bradley Airport. Officials say there are other options to both Indy and Phoenix from Bradley with other airlines.
And to get you ready for the big games, our Connecticut Game Week team will have a special show this week. That's tonight. Join Fox 61's Alexa Harley and Sean Humphrey along with Husky legend Rebecca Lobo. They'll be live tonight at 5 p.m. and Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus will be carrying that. 6:07 is your time now. A driver was killed and 2 others were sent to the hospital Wednesday following a crash in Tolland. State police say Emmanuel Damboragian was driving when he crashed his car into another, causing both vehicles to crash into a pole. This was at the Slater and Old Stafford Roads intersection. First responders pronounced the 85-year-old dead at the scene. Troopers say his passenger is seriously hurt this morning. They say the other driver is expected to be okay. Investigators have not said what caused the crash.
One man has been arrested after a deadly shooting that happened in New London. Now, we do have some video of the scene on Connecticut Avenue. This was back in February. That's where 42-year-old Gregory Williams was killed. Police say 22-year-old Taquez Scott is charged with murder and multiple firearms offenses. The investigation remains ongoing.
A West Haven man will spend years in prison after being convicted of a shooting in New Haven. Prosecutors say 34-year-old Kyle Thomas was sentenced to 16 years in prison, followed by 12 years of special parole. That sentence will run on top of a 7-year term he is already serving for a separate case. Police say in December 2024, after a domestic dispute, Thomas returned to a home with an assault-style rifle and fired more than 30 rounds into the house.
Hartford police are investigating a stabbing that happened on South Marshall Street. Officers responded just before 11 a.m. yesterday. The victim is expected to recover. Police say a knife was recovered at the scene, and they are searching for a male suspect that is known to them who may already be on probation or parole.
6:09 now. The Inspector General says 3 Hartford police officers were justified in the shooting death of William Bowen. This happened last year. The report states that on March 6th, Bowen was streaming on Instagram Live while displaying 2 firearms. Police responded to his location on Homestead Avenue, and when they got there, investigators say Bowen pointed a gun at them. Officer Robert Bone and Detective Benjamin Lee fired multiple shots in his direction. Police say Bowen then ran from the scene, got rid of the 2 firearms, but the report notes the officers were not aware he had tossed them away. They continued pursuing him around the corner on Magnolia Street, where investigators say Bowen ran toward Detective Joseph Walsh while holding his phone. Body camera video shows Walsh ordering Bowen to drop the gun. Walsh then fired 4 shots, striking Bowen, who was pronounced dead at the scene.
Well, there's a new development in a 2023 Hartford homicide case. The man accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Julius Rivera is rejecting a plea deal, and he's going to go to trial. Police say Luis LeBoy is accused of killing Rivera outside a convenience store on Broad Street. He was arrested in 2024 and charged with murder, unlawful discharge of a firearm, and also criminal possession of a firearm. Prosecutors offered a plea deal that would have sent him to prison for 30 years, but he declined. And he also rejected an earlier offer of 38 to 40 years. If convicted at trial, LeBoy could face up to 60 years in prison.
President Trump announced yesterday he has fired his Attorney General Pam Bondi. There is no official word on who will permanently replace her as the nation's top lawyer. Todd Blanche has stepped in as acting AG. And U.S. Army Chief of Staff General Randy George has been told to retire early by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. The Pentagon confirmed today that George is stepping down immediately and thanked him for his decades of service. George has served as Army Chief of Staff since 2023. He previously worked as a senior military assistant to former Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Stick with us, we will have much more ahead.